My father was raised in the era when black niggas couldn't claim Native American.
As a native Black American and a proud member of the Muscogee Creek Nation, I understand the importance of tracing your lineage. Help me help you discover your roots with a personalized genealogy consultation. Paper trail genealogy matters. DNA tests can't prove ethnicity or tribal affiliation. You must search through paper records to dive deep into your family heritage. During the meeting, I will teach you how to navigate the genealogy process with ease. You'll learn how to link tribal affiliation with your ancestors, and I'll show you the step-by-step process I went through to gaining tribal citizenship. Take the first step to unlocking your past. To book a consultation, send an email to mike@keymediapro.com.
We need to get rid of the word Black and African American. Okay? We don't even need Black American because there's only one type of American. Okay? So I bring that up because we're talking about roll call and finding our tribe and doing genealogy. Okay? Genealogy. That's going to be the word forever. Okay? You see before you on the left, it says Allegory America. That's it. All right. Let's read together. In the foreground, to natives. Okay. Notice they didn't say to Negroes, to Black natives, to Negro natives, to mulattoes, colored, African Americans, to Africans, natives. I don't know if you guys understand or overstand how it's weird, not only weird, but it's just completely wrong when you're taking 2 steps backwards and only 1 step forward. Because they are selling, like I said in my last video, a couple of videos, they are selling your heritage, okay? They're selling you as you on paintings and murals and artifacts. They don't, when they sell your heritage, when they're selling the likeness of you and your ancestors, they're not selling you as Negroes or Black people and stuff like that. They're selling you as what you are because the name has value in it. That's why they spent so much time and energy reclassifying us like Walter Placker. So it'd be a household name that we all.
And guys, something that I have realized the more that I've dipped into this Aboriginal historical research is they do put a huge paywall behind a lot of this information. I've looked up books that have cost $1,000 or up to $2,000-$3,000 just because it, has some 16th century information on Aboriginal Indians in America. I mean, even this, I think this is a painting or something, and it says they're selling that for 1,800 euros. Come on, y'all.
Agree to hate. Okay, that's the reason why they reclassified us as Negro, because it's just too much power in an American. Because there's a difference between an American and a U.S. citizen. It's a huge difference. Okay, and you notice they have Allegory of America, not an allegory of a U.S. citizen. All right, so we're gonna keep reading. So I want to keep driving that point out. They're selling our heritage for big money, and we're still walking around as Black or Black American or African American for pennies on the dollar. Actually, negative. Because collectively the equity is gone. We used to have how many millions of acres in the USA, and it's down to what, 1% of that. However, they're still selling our heritage for big money. You cannot get a picture of a today's or even back then's Negro. Let's say they call.
Guys, I've seen some videos of some brothers going to museums to find some of these Black native looking photos like you see here, right? And some of these dudes have had to jump through hoops. They've had to schedule private showings and sign waivers and contracts just to see some of these images. I mean, it runs deep. I'm actually going to do a stream about it next week. But guys, did you know most of the high fashion, most of the Louis Vuitton-esque, Prada-esque fashion houses, did you know that Louis Vuitton stole their pattern from indigenous tribes here in America? Did you know a lot of these fashion houses steal indigenous patterns and designs from Aboriginal culture?
Call it the allegory of a Negro. It wouldn't make no money. It's no value in that stuff. So the fact that they're buying up our heritage under the correct verbiage of Native, Indian, American, autochthonous, indigenous, original, and we're still running around calling ourselves Black and African American. All right. So we're going to keep reading. In the foreground, two natives, okay, in war gear on a rocky shore with a crocodile and palm tree. So let's scroll down, see that crocodile, and all right. So we're talking about the same thing. Now let's keep reading. All right. In the background, a sailing ship. You see that sailing ship, right? They're not afraid of that ship. You see what I'm saying? So this was something that to be known that, hey, they did business with the Europeans, and I got a whole bunch of business cards back then that indicated as such before the whole double cross, before the whole, the massacres, the Indian massacres. All right. So let's keep reading. So we know that this receipt on the right matches the receipt on the left. So we got a sailing ship and a flock of birds under a white to pink sky. See that? White to pink sky. Very specific.
And shout out to William. William just came through with the Cash App, putting something in the brown paper bag. I appreciate you, William. William says, let me see. William says, my grandmother was born in 1912. She said we're Indian. That's right. Listen to Nana. And thank you for putting something in the brown paper bag.
Brown paper bag. Brown paper bag.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go.
Fine polychrome painting, profile wooden frame with gilded inner bar, blah, blah, blah. All right. And then we go back to this word copper again. You see how copper glass and copper engraving, the same, which matches the copper of these two gentlemen, as you see in the picture to your right. All right. And then look at the year from a Giovanni Volpato, 1733 to 1803. So like I said, they're two natives in war gear, so it wasn't like they was running around like, oh, I'm a slave. No, these are natives. These are Americans. These are Indians, autochthonous, so they're not Black, and their descendants aren't Black either or African American. So we need to get off of that, because they're just selling our heritage for big money. And then you scroll down and then you see it was in German. So like I was saying before, the European, everybody, you go to anywhere in Europe and ask anybody. It doesn't even matter if you're talk to anybody, any adult, 18 and up, and ask him if they would believe that anybody would come from a slave boat from Africa the way that they described it in the his.
Hey, let's talk about it. If you even ask Africans living on the continent of Africa about slaves being transported to North America, they'd be like, no, I never heard about, no. There was a lot of slaves that the West Africans sold and the white man transported to South America, to Brazil, to the Caribbean, the French West Indies, but Africans going to North America? Nah. Matter of fact, if you guys Google it yourself. Look up what is the percentage of African slaves that went to North America during the transatlantic slave trade, and even Google is going to tell you 4%. People argue over whether that 4% is 92,000 slaves or 300,000 slaves, but either way, that's the extreme minority that actually went to North America.